Battle through the heavens, grand world. Chapter 100. It hurts again. Du Ruoxi saw the sly smile on Xiaoyan's face and her heart skipped a beat. She softly said, "Could it be that you know an elder in the Alchemist Association?" Xiaoyan smiled noncommittally, but his heart twitched slightly. His skill in alchemy had been honed by Elder Yi, so it should not be difficult for him to refine a second-grade medicine pill. But now, his soul force had been greatly damaged. He estimated that he had just reached the soul level of a great world. Soul of a sovereign realm, do you want to become an alchemist in the lower realm? I can definitely recommend it to you. Seeing Xiaoyan's mysterious smile, Du Ruoxi's heart was filled with doubt. This guy was only at the emperor level, what else could he do? After Du Ruoxi and the others left, Xiaoyan felt a headache. If he continued to recover naturally like this, it would take a long time for him to recover his true monarch stage soul. He had to find a way to recover it as soon as possible. After thinking for a while, Xiaoyan suddenly remembered the scene when his soul power was wrapped by a soft light when he was unconscious. It was because of that soft light that his soul power wouldn't dissipate due to the blurriness of his consciousness. His hand unconsciously touched his chest. Xiaoyan lowered his head and looked. The words on his chest were fuzzy. If one did not look carefully, one would not be able to see it. It seemed to be completely integrated with his body. This thing, how should I use it? Xiaoyan felt helpless. It seemed like the words would only appear when he was being suppressed by the key. At that time, he would be able to use it. It was just like when Lei Hu was chasing him, using his key to suppress him, causing the prestige power spell to explode. After that, he had ruthlessly schemed against that old man. Sighing lightly, Xiaoyan could only withdraw his gaze from his chest. He reckoned that he wouldn't be able to count on this great god anymore. When his eyes fell upon the storage ring given by Elder Yi, Xiaoyan's heart moved. Soul energy flowed out from between his brows and entered the storage ring on his finger. This wasn't the first time Xiaoyan had come in. Last time in Falling Rock City, Xiaoyan had used his soul energy to enter, but that time, he was attracted by the two scrolls given to him by Elder Yi. He had neglected the huge space of this ring. The soul power was slowly swimming in it. Looking around, this storage ring space was like a heaven and earth, just like the Saint-grade Monarch skill scroll. It was a world of its own. Looking at it, Xiaoyan was slightly speechless. It was indeed worthy of being the thing that the ultimate saint expert had worn before. It was truly extraordinary. All of a sudden, Xiaoyan, who had relaxed his mind, felt a trace of power that caused his soul to palpitate. After carefully feeling it, he couldn't help but feel delighted. This was the feeling of the soul. Although 10,000 years had passed and the soul energy within the ultimate saint expert had become insignificant, it was still a precious place for Xiaoyan to nourish his soul. Feeling the warmth coming from his weak soul, Xiaoyan's nervous heart relaxed a little. It seemed like Elder Yi had used his soul to nourish this storage ring before he died, leaving behind some soul aura. In the end, this storage ring was given to him as a disciple. Although this recovery speed was still extremely slow, it was still better than nothing. The hidden dangers of recovering this storage ring would also be removed. There were very few things that could help recover one's soul. Xiaoyan was already very satisfied that he could do this. Looking at the speed, I estimate that it will take at least 3 months for it to recover to its previous level. That's good, at least there won't be any abnormal experts here. Otherwise, once the key is released, the prestige power spell will torture the soul. At that time, it will be very fun. Taking a deep breath, Xiaoyan was about to withdraw his mind when he suddenly saw a pile of scrolls not far away. Could it be the monarch skill? He remembered what Elder Yi had said. There were a few scrolls of the monarch arts in the storage ring, but due to the incompatibility of its attributes, it was not given to Xiaoyan to cultivate. He casually picked up a scroll and looked at it. When Xiaoyan saw it clearly, he couldn't help but reveal a bitter smile. Mid-grade Water Elemental Monarch Arts, Great Disc Heavenly Palm. Looking at the dusty scroll in his hand, Xiaoyan helplessly sighed. If these things were placed outside, most monarch cultivation warriors would probably fight over them with red eyes, but for his teacher, they were like trash that was randomly piled up. Xiaoyan glanced at the monarch skill in front of him. There were about 7 or 8 scrolls. He groaned in his heart and then looked at them again. Haha, this is the style of a powerful warrior. He recalled the time when he had broken through to the fighting monarch realm in the lower realm. Weren't there a lot of Earth-rank Do techniques that he had treated as trash in the storage ring? He had even casually placed the heaven-rank Do techniques that others had treated as supreme treasures. At that time, his attitude was probably similar to Elder Yi's. When he thought of this, Xiao Yan immediately felt relieved. He no longer cared about the monarch arts as dust. He casually fiddled with it and the pile of scrolls fell down. Next to them, a crystal-clear jade bottle rolled out. What is this? Seeing that the jade bottle was still as clean as before, Xiao Yan curiously picked it up. Something that could be placed together with a pile of monarch arts shouldn't be bad. He picked it up and looked at it. There was a soul mark on the jade bottle. He could feel a familiar soul feeling from it. It was obviously Elder Yi's. Xiao Yan thought for a moment and tried to use his soul to trigger the mark. Buzz. The moment Xiao Yan's soul touched the soul mark, a terrifying pressure that caused his expression to change surged over like a tidal wave. It was like a peerless ferocious beast that could devour the heaven and earth, roaring as it rushed towards Xiao Yan's fragile soul. Xiao Yan instantly broke out in a cold sweat. This kind of soul pressure was not small. If he was hit by it, with his current weak soul, it was very likely that it would completely disappear. Buzz. The moment before the terrifying soul pressure attacked Xiao Yan, a buzzing sound that resounded throughout the entire spatial zone suddenly sounded like a huge yellow bell. After that, a golden ray of light shot out from Xiao Yan's chest. Within the light, a huge black and gold word slowly rotated, as if it had crushed the endless blue sky, and rushed towards the roaring soul pressure. Bang! A deafening explosion swept across, but there was not a trace of smoke spreading. Xiao Yan could only feel that the space shook slightly. Soon after, the soul pressure had already slowly dissipated and was completely absorbed by the large black and gold word. Woo! Xiao Yan's expression changed drastically the moment the large black golden word absorbed the soul pressure. A pain that penetrated deep into his bone marrow swiftly spread from the depths of his soul. Although it would not cause his soul to disappear, the torture and pain caused Xiao Yan to involuntarily roar. Compared to the pain this time around, the pain he had suffered in the illusionary realm was nothing. Due to the intense pain, Xiao Yan could not help but roar and fall to the ground. His entire body twitched and curled up. The jade bottle in his hand fell down. The lid of the jade bottle also fell out due to the twisting of his body. Just as Xiao Yan was tortured to the point of losing control of his body and mind, he suddenly felt a faintly discernible light breeze slowly drifting over. When it came into contact with the transparent void formed by soul power, Xiao Yan, who was in so much pain that he wished he was dead, suddenly felt relaxed. What's going on? He felt the pain in his body lighten a little. Xiao Yan struggled to sit up and looked at the jade bottle on the ground. The light key was leaking out from the jade bottle. He used a lot of effort to pick up the jade bottle and put it in front of him. The colorless smell seemed to be leaking out even faster, causing Xiao Yan's pain to lessen. This thing actually has the effect of nourishing the soul. Xiao Yan was shocked, and then he was overjoyed. In a short period of time, the intense pain caused by the prestige power spell absorbing the aura from the soul had disappeared. He tried to touch the soul imprint on the jade bottle. The moment Xiao Yan's soul touched the soul imprint, an arrogant and unruly voice appeared in his mind. The key source soul found in the crippled city of Middle Domain is a good thing. It will be helpful to my soul, but it won't be of much use to me. I'll just leave it for now. In the future, I can use it to blackmail that old bastard Gongsun Yu. His disciple is about to enter the illusory realm, and it seems like he needs this thing. Hee. There's hope for him to break through to the saint realm at that time. Elder Yi's voice became softer and softer. Xiao Yan finally understood what was going on. It turned out that it was something Elder Yi had obtained before he advanced to the saint realm. It was something beneficial to the soul. However, it had been put away for more than 10,000 years, so it should still be useful. Suppressing his excitement, Xiao Yan looked inside the jade bottle. He saw 3 drops of black liquid emitting a gentle silver light, lying quietly in the jade bottle. Chapter end. Hi guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.